Okay, hi guys. We're driving up tonight to London, Ontario. That is where my husband's parents live, my in-laws, and they'll be taking me over to Michigan tomorrow across the border. And what I'm doing is I'm going there to use a machine called the Photon Genius. I've used this machine before, and what it does is it does a multitude of things, but what it does specifically is that it increases the nitric oxide in your blood, which can help with a multitude of ailments. And in my case, last year I went through an extreme bout of sickness. I've been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I do suffer with Lyme's disease and babesia. And what I did was I actually went into a bout of being sick for almost a full year. I was presenting with mass diarrhea, going to the bathroom 20 times a day. I lost up to 22 pounds. I was at 88 pounds. I was presenting with extreme malnourishment. I could not get out of bed. I could not walk. My joints were hurting all throughout. My body was presenting with tons of inflammation. I had edema in my legs. My right leg actually blew up. It actually looked a lot like my grandfather's legs, who suffers with diabetes, or who has suffered with diabetes, because my grandfather has just passed away. And I was having extreme fatigue, fibromyalgia pains, and the list just goes on, and nothing seemed to work. I was trying everything that I know of naturally, and at this point I got desperate, and I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere with conventional treatment, as I haven't been able to get anywhere in the past with it. So I had heard about this machine from my in-laws, who actually have been using it out in Arizona, and we actually have the smaller machine that's called the Photon Genie, and when we got that at first, that had helped me immensely, but with the things that my husband and I are struggling with having severe Lyme. In his case, he has extremely severe Lyme. He's been diagnosed with over 120 different co-infections. Myself having the PANS, Crohn's colitis, or ulcerative colitis is what they first diagnosed me with, and then it was Crohn's disease. And as well as the Lyme. I wasn't able to get over this hump. I was, like I said, I was extremely sick. I was developing night sweats, and I needed something to put me over into that health zone, just so that I could re-nourish the body. So what I did was I decided to go out to Michigan, and my husband's having issues with actually going over to the States. So instead, what we did with myself is I went over to Michigan, and he got on a plane and flew out to Vancouver to use this exact same machine. So since I'm going to use it again, it's been almost a year since I used it last, and the first time I did, like I said, I was sick for a full year, and I just went down to Michigan twice and used it 2 times, both times. So I did 4 treatments. My husband went out to Vancouver for a whole week and used it 2 to 3 times a day for an hour. So we've seen extreme results, and I will post his results with what was happening with him and his before and afters, because he was suffering with all these skin ailments due to his Lyme and due to a bunch of other stuff that we will get into at a later date. And myself, like I said, suffering for a full year, was completely debilitated, wasn't able to really go out, hadn't seen many people. The only people I was really being visited by was my mother and my sister, because I wasn't able to go out at all. And when I say at all, I am not joking when I literally say my husband at one point was carrying me because I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat. I was literally down to eating half of a squash in a day, because I couldn't digest anything. I couldn't hold anything down. Even water was giving me diarrhea. So like I said, I used this machine, and after my very first initial treatment, I saw an extreme difference, which is why I went back and used it for a second time. And within about 3 months time, I had put on about 10 pounds, and then 3 months after that, I put on another 12 pounds. To date, that was January that I started feeling better. It is now December, so almost a full year since I've used the machine, and I've put on literally 25 pounds since then, probably 5 pounds more than I would like to have put on. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling vibrant, I'm feeling absolutely amazing for the first time in a very long time, and I just want to maintain this. So I am going out to Michigan, not tonight, but I'm driving out to London tonight, and then driving to Michigan in the morning to have another treatment, just to basically for maintenance. I think this is a great machine that everybody should use occasionally to maintain themselves, and especially if you're struggling with a chronic autoimmune disease or cancer or Lyme's disease or an infectious disease of any sort. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through that journey today and tomorrow morning, so that you can take a look at the machine and how I use it. Okay, so here's the machine. Recent research published by the Journal of the AMA and the Journal of Immunology, Lancet Nature, New England Journal of Medicine, and Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, Science and Urology offers critical insight into the results provided by the new Photon Genius. The Photon Genius's proprietary circuitry generates the genius dynamic of photon genetic energy, life force energy transmission, harmonic frequency tube technology, harmonic infrared energy transmission to communicate with all the cells of the body, to balance and enliven all the systems and organs of the body while activating arginine in the body to create nitric oxide. The Photon Genius creates new dynamics and incorporates the old principles of hypothermia, heating tissues, organs, and body systems to about 106 degrees. Hypothermia therapy is used widely in Europe for cancer patients. The more advanced and experienced practitioners acknowledge that malignant cells are more sensitive to heat than normal cells, and heat is an enemy of the cancer cells. One of the unique challenges with cancer and cancerous cells is the ability to target these cells specifically. The Photon Genius's powerful proprietary circuitry generates the Photon Genius dynamic, which targets the whole body at the cellular level and allows for specific areas, organs, and tissues of the entire body to benefit directly. The Photon Genius can also be used to re-establish the ideal vibrational frequencies and harmonic energy states of each individual cell in the body, to devitalize pathogens in the systems of the body, such as yeast, fungus, mold, viruses, bacteria, parasites, etc., stopping infections, slowing and reversing disease processes, to break up blockages and barrier tissues through repolarizing cells and molecules, dissolving lumps, clots, and mineral deposits, to detoxify the body by moving and balancing the lymphatic, circulatory, and other fluid systems of the body through all the channels, such as the blood vessels, lymph, and capillaries, for more efficient transport of nutrients, vital energy, and infinite intelligence throughout the cells of the body, brain, and nervous system. For more information in regards to the Photon Genius, please take a look at the links that are provided in our description below. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.